the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips, coming live in the WWDBTV series on the heart of Las Vegas. Can you take me off what's that big speed on the big LPs? 75, 16, whatever it is? Slow me down.
78.
Just slow me down. That's right. Aaron Phillips coming to you live here, Aaron's Hour. Another great week. I'll tell you what, these weeks between Saturdays and Saturdays seem to go pretty fast, even though it's the same 7 days from one Saturday to the next. Certain days just go by faster than others. Thank you for tuning in. Whether you're watching me on Facebook or YouTube, thank you very much for tuning in and making me part of your Saturday. If you're driving about town right now in Vegas, it's about high noon, which means people are getting to soccer games, maybe wrapping up, heading home. Or if you're back east, you're in the middle of the day, maybe you're going out food shopping of any kind or whatever. You know what? Download the WWDBTV app to your phone for Android, WWDBTV LV for your iPhone products. And then in about 72 hours, you'll be able to download and see the shows only if you download the WWDBTV network on Roku streaming service. Not only will you see all of Aaron's Hour and all the plethora of items that I've talked about, but we also have a multiple and genuine and huge and gigantic list of shows. I got to come up with words with different syllables, John, because it's getting harder. Anyway, there's plenty of shows that you can watch, and one that I highly recommend is a show called Double Exposure. Okay, that's a great fun show to see videos mixed with music in the way only John can do that, and quite frankly, folks, it's his therapy. So please keep watching so I can keep him sane in the studio. Okay. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Listen, I've been blessed doing this thing that I do for almost 18, 19 years now. And I've met a lot of great people over the years. Well, at least I think they're great. I know what they think of me. I hope they think of me as pretty cool. Anyway, but nothing gives me greater pleasure than when I meet young individuals in the city that actually accomplish things that many adults wish they can only dream of accomplishing. You have met some of them. Justin Boomba for Hearts and Heroes, right? My friend Riley, my young apprentice, as I like to call him, who wants to get into broadcasting someday. Let's see, Justin is 8 years old. I think Riley's also about 10, 11, maybe 12 now. Well, a couple of weeks ago, if y'all remember, I hosted an event, Rock, Paper, Scissors. That was a challenge for me because I never hosted and broadcasted that sort of thing. And that was, of course, in efforts to support Heroes and Hearts for Justin on his trip to help build libraries in South Africa. So there was a lot of great people there, but there was this one individual who sort of caught my attention, to say the least. Another young individual in this town who, you know what, put pen to paper to share something that he learned in a book, which I have right here. That's right. I have it right here. Rico Rocks of Problem Solving. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, I see it's also fading in the background behind my shirt, but it is available on Amazon. Rico Cruse. That's right. Rico Cruse is the Rico Rocks in this book. And he is here with me today in studio to talk about his book, talk about why and the how and all that good stuff. So I encourage you. It's available on Amazon, and they have a website which we'll give to John so he can get the crawl created. They're sitting off to my left here. What is the website that we can get on the crawl for us there, Mom? We have Mom here. Rico's mom is here.
RicosRockandPop.com.
All right. You got that?
RicosRockandPop.com.
Okay.
All right. We'll get that on the crawl. Thank you, Mom. Appreciate it. See, moms are valuable, aren't they? Because they have that kind of stuff just like that. But the book is also available on Amazon, and we'll talk about that. That's right. I got him right here. And I told him the only payment I get is he has to sign the book for me. That's it. Anyway, all right. As always, I got some stuff to share. You know what was interesting? Hey, John, no winners this week that I found in the news.
What?
It was a slow week, at least that we know of anyway. But we did have a piece of sad news. Great actor passed away this past week. Many of the current population know him as Ducky from NCIS, but of course, he also, most people know him from Man from U.N.C.L.E. What was the name of his character? It had a Russian name. I can't pronounce it.
Ilya
Bless you. You want to say that in the microphone now?
Ilya Kuryakin.
Very good. Thank you very little. Appreciate that. David McCallum passed away at the age of 90 this past week. Everybody enjoyed him as Ducky. Dr. Mallard, or Millard, as he would say. He was, of course, the medical examiner for just about the entire run of the show until the last couple of years when he started reducing his role. And like I said, 90 years old. We should all live so lucky. You should actually, I'm going to bring this up on my phone because I saw an article today in my news feed. Let's see if I can quickly find it without wasting too much time. Too late. But there was an article that talked about David McCallum's best performances. And what I find that's interesting is many of these shows that were in here, I had no idea that he was part of, which is pretty interesting. So let me get to the top. So yeah, I'm just going to give you the names of the shows that were in this top 10 list. First, there was a show called Colditz, C-O-L-D-I-T-Z. Then there was a show called Sapphire and Steel. That show sort of rings a bell to me, but that was a 1979 supernatural sci-fi series that starred Joanna Lumley and himself. Then Ben 10, Alien Force, that was a cartoon in 2008. It was an animated fantasy. Batman, Gotham Knight, he was the voice of Alfred during that show. I didn't even know that. I mean, that was pretty cool. And then after that, it was The Invisible Man, where he was a scientist and found that he made objects disappear. And then he thought, well, I'll try it on myself. This way, no one can talk bad about me behind my back in front of me. So this way he was already in the room. But then the problem was he became invisible forever. So that was an interesting slot there. Number 5, The Greatest Story Ever Told. That's right. 1965. It was an Oscar-nominated drama. So he was in that. What else was he in here? The Great Escape. Now that's John, did you ever see The Great Escape?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Tried it like every day getting out of the studio. Anyway, number 3, A Night to Remember. Number 2 was, of course, his role in The Man from Uncle John. Here's a trivia question for you. And I know you're typing feverishly to put the crawl up, but do you remember what Uncle stood for in The Man from Uncle show? Robert Vaughn, by the way, was the head guy in that show. What did Uncle stand for? Man from Uncle. Do you remember? Usually know that.
It was a United Nucleus.
You got United right.
I know.
The United Network Command for Law and Enforcement. It's a mysterious international counter-espionage organization. And then, of course, number 1 was his role for many years as Dr. Donald Ducky Mallard on NCIS. He will be missed. There have been a ton of messages that have gone out since his passing. But I wanted to share that with you because, number 1, it's my show and I can. But more importantly, because I thought it was important we recognize an actor like him, 90 years young. We should all live to 90, right?
I'm
But
working on it.
you keep up your pace, though. I'm not too sure. Anyway, so that's that. Hey, are you a rock and roll fan, John?
Oh, yeah.
I know you are. The medication's starting to kick in. That's how I know you answered my God, don't listen to anything he does back there. Anyway, so the announcements came out. I guess he was last night or this morning. You want to hear who's going in this year? Did you see the article? He's usually up on this
I
stuff.
don't see nothing, man, except this camera right here.
God, boy, do I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
So among the musicians that will be inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame ceremony are Missy Elliott, Willie Nelson, Sheryl Crow.
Wait. Willie Nelson?
So it says.
Finally?
Hey.
After all this time?
Look at how many years it took Kiss to get inducted.
Yeah, well.
Hey, I was Ace Frehley for a couple of years back in the day.
I like, yeah.
Sheryl Crow, Kate Bush, Rage Against the Machine.
Really?
The Spinners I like, and the late George Michael.
Really?
That's your musicians. Now, DJ Kool Herc, Herc. If you know these names better than me, please correct me because you know what I'm talking about? How is it pronounced? Herc. It is her. I got it right. What do you know for the old guy? Thank you very little. I can now take the rest of the month off. Link Ray will also be recognized for their musical influence in the industry. Bernie Taupin, who is, of course, he was the partner of Elton John, right? Yeah. Al Cooper and Shaka Khan, right? She only had really one song.
Alice Cooper?
No, Al Cooper with a K.
Oh, okay.
Al, like he's a local delicatessen guy.
Yeah.
Hey, go down Al's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Shaka Khan will all be receiving musical excellence awards.
Well, Shaka Khan, it's about time.
She only had one song, didn't she? Shaka Khan. And it was the drum beat and all that stuff. Don't ask me to sing. I'm not in the shower.
Yeah, thanks.
Lastly, the Ahmet Edigan Award will go to Soul Train creator Don Cornelius. That's right. Is awarded.
I love that show.
It is awarded to you still have that wardrobe, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Do you still have bell bottoms?
Oh, yeah.
Sure you do. Flowers and everything?
You bet.
That's because you're stuck in the 60s and
Yeah.
70s because that medication.
Yeah.
It is awarded to a non-performing industry professional for their influence and impact on rock and roll. To say the least, Don Cornelius certainly had influence on the industry.
You know,
Right.
he's related to Anselmo. No. Absolutely, seriously.
Okay,
Yeah.
the only reason I'm chuckling is because we chuckled about that Thursday night. during a commercial break.
Yeah. No.
Is he really?
Yeah, we talked about it. Yeah. And in fact, his sister was a dancer on the show. As
Oh,
well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. All I cared about is his sister or sister-in-law is married to The Rock. That's really the only thing I got out of that conversation. Moving right along. Hey, what is it with fights breaking out of football games? Fights. Okay. Last Thursday night, not this past Thursday night, but the week before.
I thought they were at a soccer match.
Or a hockey game. My Giants were in San Francisco playing the 49ers. There was a fight on the field, which the Giants lost that game. But there was video of a fight, at least one fight in the stands between 49er fans. Look, if you're getting into a scrum, at least get into it with somebody from the opposite team. But then news broke last week that a high school team here in town forced to forfeit games after a fight broke out pregame. The NIAA has issued a double forfeiture for Desert Pines and Arborview's football teams after a fight broke out at the end of last week's game. They were going at it after the game was over. Okay. By the way, getting into a fight with football players is probably the insane thing to do because you've got the most protection on your body. You got a helmet, you got shoulder pads. What kind of damage are you going to do? But anyway, maybe break your own hand. You're trying to throw a punch. In addition to both teams having to declare a loss for last week's games, both will have to also forfeit this week's game, which means Arborview's game against Bishop Gorman. Bishop Gorman got the win there. Desert Pines against Liberty. Liberty got the win there. So there really is no benefit to.
I have a question about that.
Okay.
All right. So
stand by. I'm not sure if his question is going to be worth anything, but
no. I understand the team that that they losing their win.
Yes.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that the other team should get the credit for a win.
Well, that's what a forfeit's about.
No. It hear me out.
Okay.
They lost the game. They did absolutely nothing to earn a win.
Mm-hmm.
The other team, I mean, it should just be, the game should be just wiped. That's it. Like it didn't even occur. I mean, think about that if you're in standing for winning some kind of a trophy. You didn't really win the trophy. The other team,
but the team
gave it to you.
But the team. So on the other side to that argument,
Right.
and I understand what you're saying there. The team though that won the forfeit for not playing,
Right.
wasn't their fault that they're not playing a game. It was the other team's fault. Why should they be penalized and not be awarded something because of the stupidity of the other team causing the forfeiture in the first place? You can go to Well, the NIAA representatives cite rule NAC 385B.824, which outlines the violations as grounds for forfeiture. Pick one. All right. CCSD leaders had a very interesting meeting this past Thursday night. Of course, many of you know that CCEA, the Clark County Educators Association, and CCSD, the school board, school district, they still have not settled their contract yet. But what's interesting is this past Thursday night, they were discussing a couple of items. And the important issue that was discussed was the school board is considering changing the start and end times of schools the same across the board. Okay. Right now we have schools that start at 7 a.m., generally high school. Middle school, I think, is around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I might be off on that. I know elementary schools can start at 8:05, and 9 o'clock. So they have early and late starts. Part of that is because of the size of our district. We're just so huge that we have to stagger starts to make certain buses get around to all their routes, pick up students and get them to where they need to go. So they were discussing this, and there were three options, which was kind of interesting. But the last option, and see if they have it quickly lined up here. I don't know if they have it outlined for me well enough to quickly go through them. But the third option that they were proposing, here's what they're saying about this one. It would mean the district, by cutting and changing all of these times to 8 a.m., would cost the district $11 million to buy more buses to move students around the town because of putting certain grade levels at the same time as everybody. Okay. So think about that. We haven't settled the contract with the teachers, and they're talking about a proposal to change times that's going to cause the board to spend $11 million more. Where's the sense in that? By the way, these time changes are supposed to take place in 2024. Where's the sense in that? I don't see sense. It's a lot of sense in 11 million, but why would they even consider change to operating standards within the school district to spend that kind of money when they've got the money for the 250 million that Lombardo has already put aside for them for the teachers, and that money's sitting in an escrow bearing account. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Carter. Thank you for watching. That money is sitting in an interest bearing account right now that CCSD is holding on to and making money off of. And they're making more money off of it because they're not giving it to the teachers, while teachers are still struggling doing what they need to do. So quite frankly, the only political statement I'm going to make, shame on CCSD. And real quickly, if you haven't seen the news, guess what? The writer's strike is over. They ratified it. But from what I understand, the actor side of it still is sort of on strike. UAW's on strike. UPS is talking about striking. A match is trying to strike. Strike Force 1. You get 3 strikes in baseball. I'm tired of the word strike. Get it out. Get it figured out. With that, I'm going on strike to take my first break so that Rico can join me on the other side. Rico Cruse sitting right next to me to talk about his book. Hey, you're watching my show, Aaron's Hour. Guess what? Be right back.
You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery. I've got to have it.
So colorful.
I can't live without it. You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery.
All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour. Isn't something going on at the gallery you're supposed to remind me of?
Yes.
If I'm reminding you to remind me, it ain't working so good.
I was waiting to see if you had enough sense to remember it.
I ain't
I
got it.
wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt, my friend.
Well, that'll teach you for the next time.
So, hey, Aaron.
Yes, sir.
Isn't there something you're supposed to remind people of?
Thank you for reminding me. Desert Valley Gallery. If you go into the store located at Tivoli Village, they're right there on the round for the valet circle there. Go in and mention Aaron's Hour. Go in and mention the show. Go in and mention the studio. Go in and mention Rico. Doesn't matter. Something. They'll give you 20% off on your first $1,000 worth of purchases, which is great from now till December 31st. For all your gift buying, holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, just becauses, or you want something for yourself, Desert Valley Gallery. 20% off your first $1,000 worth of items.
Stuff. They got
Stuff.
some cool
They
stuff.
do. If you're watching the, hey, Donna, what does that say? Good morning, handsome. Must not be talking to me. Must be talking about Rico.
Me and Rico.
Well, Rico for sure. God bless and have a great day. Thank you, Donna. Say hi to Rick for us. This gentleman, and I'm going to call him a gentleman because he is. I mean, he's accomplished more than most people accomplish in a lifetime. He wrote a book when he was all of 10 years young. That's right. He was only 10. Now he's 12. So you know what they say about age, right? It's only relative.
Even I haven't written a book.
See what I mean? I told him I tried writing my book. It was a 2-page comic strip with stick people in it. That's why I had a ghostwriter write mine. Rico rocks at problem solving. Rico Cruse, the man to my right. He authored this book. Good morning. How are you?
Pretty good.
Doing all right?
I'm doing amazing.
I met this gentleman at rock, paper, scissors. I had such withdrawal after that day of rock, paper, scissors. I didn't know what to do with myself after that. Talk about a crazy event. But it was a lot of fun, though.
It was actually pretty fun.
I don't remember you getting a chance to come out and participate in the tournament at all. You were at your table talking to a lot of people.
Yeah, I was the one manning the stands.
So where was your mom?
I think she participated like twice.
Did you? Were you in the Yandel competition? We have Rico's mom, Jen, sitting here to the office. She didn't want to be on full time, but we gave her a mic and a camera just in case. Why don't I not remember you participating?
I think I got out like after the second round.
Oh, okay.
So
It was a quick in and out entry.
yes.
I gotcha.
But
it was
this
fun,
is
though.
Rico's second year participating in the rock, paper, scissors. He won last year.
You won it last year? You didn't even get a chance to then to protect your title.
Yeah,
That's a shame. We'll have to make sure next year's event you do that if you're there.
absolutely.
I had a
We'll
great
try
time
my
with
best.
I had a great time with that. It was a lot of fun. Now, growing up in my neck of the woods back east, we didn't do a ton of rock, paper, scissors. I was more, you may not know this, odds and evens. You ever know that one?
I don't
When you want to
think
pick
so.
something? So odds, evens. And so you're going to do this with me so we can show them. We're going to educate them.
Absolutely.
So we used to, like, for kickball, who's going to pick first, right? We say odds or evens. Call it odds or evens.
Evens.
All right. So that means I get odds. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, shoot, and you shoot either 1 or 2. Ready? 1, 2, 3, shoot. So odds. Who had odds? I did. That means I get the first pick. Because rock, paper, scissors just seem to be too much to remember. Rock covers paper, scissors cuts rock. I don't know. Anyway,
that's right.
that
You're from
makes
New
sense.
Jersey. Huh?
right.
Yeah.
It's too hard. They didn't keep us with sharp objects, so I don't know from scissors. Anyway, let's get to the book. So Rico rocks at problem solving. All right, let's talk about this. Problem solving, though, but I see a lot of popcorn in the cover of your book. How is that all tied together?
So during the beginning of my business, I sold candy coated corn puffs with flavors like banana pudding, cookies and cream. We had, I think, a lightly salted caramel.
Anything chocolate?
That's where the cookies and cream.
Okay.
come in.
All right. I'm in. So you got that started. So talk
Yes.
about how that business and we were talking before we went on the air. That was really during the pandemic era, right?
Yeah.
And because people were sitting home doing nothing. So how did they get the popcorn? If they ordered from you, were you delivering it from a distance? Was it shipped to them? How did they get their popcorns?
So what we did is we could deliver to you or just go straight to your house,
Have it
which
delivered?
is what we mostly did.
Sure.
Since most people ordered online because it was pandemic.
Right.
And nobody really wanted to go outside and do
That's
stuff.
exactly. So it was all drop ship. So
Yeah.
how did you come up with popcorn to sell as a business? Why popcorn? I mean, what was your inspiration for popcorn? Just because people are sitting around during the pandemic?
No. So
Ignore his
There-
ring. He's deaf back there. So
during around that time, I was allergic to a lot of things, so I
Okay.
didn't have many choices
okay.
of snacks to eat. So one of my favorite was just regular popcorn.
Okay.
But the kernels kept getting stuck in my
Oh, I hate
teeth.
that. I hate that,
Yeah,
especially with braces.
It's kind of annoying.
Yes.
So I switched to eating candy coated corn puffs,
Mhm.
and then I shared them with my family members. They said we should create a business with this, and then
Okay.
I just decided to create a business and share it with the
So
rest
do
of
you make the popcorn yourself, or is
My
it made
mom
by?
makes the popcorn.
Well, I didn't mean you personally, but you guys we're making the popcorn at home.
them. Yes.
Have the mic in your hand so we can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, we were candy coating it at home for a while.
Okay.
And then we moved into a commercial kitchen. So Rico had a commercial kitchen for a while as well.
Right on. So did you only cook popcorn? Did you go to make pizza or something?
No, not really.
Just popcorn. So are you still doing the popcorn stuff now too?
We're switching more away from that
Okay.
and doing like special talks or just events around town.
Okay. To promote the book and all that. But you
Yeah.
take popcorn with you to sell too, or are you totally out of popcorn right now? So do you still have the kitchen?
No,
Oh, so you got rid of the kitchen. So you can't
Yeah.
make any more popcorn if you wanted to.
we can make more popcorn. We just decide not to bring any because most of our popcorn could either melt because it gets really hot out
with
here.
the coatings. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point. Gotcha. So, Mom, I want to ask you this question. So he talks about the snacks, allergies, and stuff. What was really your first reaction to doing a business around popcorn? I mean, did you really give it a thought? Did you say, Rico, this will pass. Tomorrow morning, you'll forget about all of this? Or, I mean, what was your reaction to the idea?
So my background is
Mhm.
in culinary, so that's what I went to school for.
Okay.
So it was an awesome idea for me, and it's a lot of fun just doing those type of events and making different flavors and stuff. Like I love stuff like that. So it was awesome to me that we had something, because again, he was 8 at the time
Mhm.
that he started this popcorn idea. So it was something that we could do together. That was a lot of fun. So I loved it.
Gotcha. So it was a great family event. Gave you time.
Absolutely.
So was it just you two cooking? Or did
Yes.
everybody else? So you also had bonding time with Mom, which is great. I like that. Now, how did we transit? So the popcorn came from your allergies.
Yes.
And then from that, with your problem solving about how you created the popcorn to help, is that where the book idea came from?
The book idea, basically, I just wanted to show kids my story since there aren't a lot of books with young Black kids doing big things
Okay.
or just in the world in general.
Gotcha.
Young African Americans doing big things in the world. So
Mhm.
I just wanted to show kids my story
Mhm.
of how I came basically a Las Vegas celebrity.
Gotcha. Las Vegas celebrity. He says that so like matter of fact. For those of you who are watching right now, you see on the crawl is the website, Rico's Rock and Pop.com. Is there something between the K and the N on there?
Yes, there is. It's a colon.
Is that right? Colon is in there?
Rockin, ROCKINPOP.com.
ROCKIN.
Okay.
Ay.
The I was too short.
You think it's easy here, Rico. It's not easy. Anyway, so we'll fix that and I'll read it again. Anyway, all right. So the book. How long did it take you to write the book? Did you write it on your own? Did mom help you write it? Did you have somebody write it?
Helped me. I think it took like maybe a month or two.
That's all. A month or two? All right. So who did the illustrations in the book?
That's a question you're gonna have to ask my
Who
mom.
did the illustrations in the book?
Yes, I found a friend of mine that did the illustrations.
And the illustrations are terrific. They're absolutely terrific. Easy reading too. And for guys like John, he needs easy reading. So I love picking on John. So I know we can't do a Zoom, but you can see just here in the word.
See it?
Shut up. On the word side, folks, you can see how easy the lines are, big fine print, because ultimately your goal is to do what with this book? Where do you want it to be?
Oh, in schools and different libraries across the states.
Elementary schools.
Yes.
Not high schools.
No,
they're too old. They don't want to eat popcorn anymore. No, but seriously, I think this is great. The illustrations are fantastic, and the likeness of you in here is actually pretty good. They did a nice job getting you on there, and also your character is also on the package of the popcorn. Right?
Absolutely.
Was it sold that way too?
Mm-hmm.
You guys sold it that way? Very good. Very cool. All right. So how long so you wrote it in a couple of months, right?
Yes.
Now, did you just because I had to have a ghostwriter help me write my book, because a ghostwriter asked me so many questions about how I did what I did about my health transition. I put stuff in there about what I do with behind the radio and things like that. They came out and asked me a lot of questions that I would have never thought to write in. So how easy for you was it to write your book? Did mom ask you questions to get the information out? Or is it very easy for you to just talk about the information in your head to create the book?
I'm pretty sure at the time we used like questions and answers that I had from young biz kid interviews.
Okay.
To basically put that into the book. So how you started your business, what inspired you to start your business, was put into the book, and then we just shared it with the rest of the book.
Gotcha. And so once you got it all written down, is this self-published?
Yes.
Okay. How long after the time you finished writing the book did it publish and be in your hands to start distributing?
That part moved pretty quickly. I want to say that it was about 6 weeks from when we had a final copy to a book in hand.
Okay.
And that worked out because Rico had a big event that he wanted to do his book signing. So it really came just in time.
It's interesting how timing works, isn't it? Rico's rockinpop.com, ROCKINPOP.com.
Yes.
Rico's, and it's Rico's his name. By the way, we both got the memo on our shirts today. Okay, purely accidental, but it worked, right? What does your shirt say for those who can't read it?
So
Because
my
it's in
shirt
script.
says Young Biz Kid.
And we'll get into that in a second because we're going to step aside for our next break of the show. We're going to talk about that is and what he was referring to in his comments about that, get into more of the book. Remember, it is available on Amazon. How much was it on Amazon? I looked at it. $6.99? $1,200 on Amazon. Got to help his college fund. Hey, you're watching Amazon. I'll be right back.
Well, hello, good people of planet Earth. Is this thing on? Hello. I can't see you out there in TV land, so I'm going to rely upon the honesty of the internet that I know you're on the other side of this mirror. And me, your warlord of weird Sin Bodhi, is hoping that if you want to stumble upon the greatest form of internet entertainment of all time, even though the internet's only been around for about 23 minutes, I would like you to watch WWDBTV.com. It is amazing. It is awesome. They'll teach you the meaning of life. They'll teach you all sorts of cool stuff, how to turn peanut butter into jelly, and so many other things. And if you're going to watch, do it with styles. Do I look like I'm clowning around? Is this thing on?
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas, and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs. All right, welcome back. Aaron's out. By the way, thank you, Sin Bodhi, for that little pop there for the network. Appreciate it. He's got a goat. He has a farm. As I was telling you, he lives up in Pahrump, well known within the wrestling community. And he's got goats and chickens, and you can see he's got a little loose screw up there. Yeah. Based on what you just saw. Could you imagine him chasing goats and chickens?
He rescues animals.
Stop being so serious on me. That's right. He does rescue the animals. That's how he gets them. But the good thing is in Pahrump, because you can't have those animals here in the city, right?
Yes, you can.
Can you?
Yes.
I thought there was laws against like certain animals to keep like privately.
Have you?
All right, Rico. I'm going to quick. This is what's called saving us right now. Rico rocks of problem solving. My guest today is Rico Cruse. Rico's mom, Jen, is over here in Studio 1A, just in case we have to defer. There she is. See, I'm not lying. There's the face with the voice. She's over there to help us out when needed. You're good? We're good to
Absolutely.
go? All right. See that, Mom? We got confidence in him now. See how that
Wonderful.
works? All right. So here's a question for you, though, and I love this. Are you planning on doing something maybe to send books out to the kids in Hawaii that lost a lot in the fires and everything, maybe? Have you guys talked about that? I mean, I don't mean to put you on the spot. I'm asking because you want to get these in the hands of schools, right?
Absolutely.
And God knows those kids out in Lahaina who lost everything that they have to schools. That would be a great book for them to, because you talk about problem solving. Those kids that have nothing have to start problem solving for the rest of their lives on figuring out how to get their feet back under them. Have you considered doing something like that?
No,
If not, do it
that's a
now.
really
Now,
good idea.
I was going to say, if
Amazing
not,
idea.
Look, we're writing it down.
that's right. Just remember to give credit. Okay. No.
Absolutely.
How about this one on top of it, right? Spring break is coming up, or winter break's coming up in a couple of months. Get on a plane and go out there and help these. Go deliver the box. I don't mean to be spending your money on travel. I just realized what I'm saying here. But I mean, take a box or ship a box out there and go out there and personally distribute them to the kids in the houses and where they are for temporarily living, and give them something to enjoy. That would go a long way, wouldn't it?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, it would be. How much you get when you order books by box to do something like that? Do you have to pay face value other than just shipping for the books?
No, they have the author rate, and depending on how many books you order.
Gotcha. So I'll tell you what, if you decide to do that, let me know, because I'll sponsor and buy a certain number of books as part of you getting out there to do that. I think it'd be a great idea for you to go out there and help those kids, or any area that's devastated. I mean, what a terrible way, but a great way for you to get out there and distribute your books a little bit.
Absolutely.
Now, how about locally here in our own Clark County School District? I mean, we have 100 million gazillion elementary schools in this town. Have you gotten in touch with the powers that be within the school district about presenting your book to either classes or participate in Nevada Reading Week to go to different schools? I'm sure you read in your school, I would think, yeah.
Absolutely.
But maybe on Nevada Reading Week, go to different schools to read your book as an author. And what have you done to try to get into the school district here for that?
So we've gone to a couple elementaries to read my book and hand out a couple samples of popcorn.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, we have connections to the CCSD.
Okay.
That would really help us out with our venture.
Okay, because it would be great if they buy your book and put it in all the school libraries.
That'd be
Right.
amazing.
And how about the public libraries in town?
We have a couple of my books in, I think, maybe like 4 libraries.
Okay. Are they on
Sounds right.
loan that people check them out, or do they have them like in the books to buy section?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both? Okay, because that makes sense. I mean, that's a great way to get to the kids, right?
Yeah.
Is through the libraries. What is your 5 years from now, when you're only going to be all 17, where would you like to see the book and its stature in culture today in the future? What's your ultimate? I mean, I know you want to get in the hands of all of that. Do you have other books in mind? Do you have
Yes.
other I mean, where's the expansion of the book business for you in the next couple of years?
So I'm thinking of creating like a series of from the beginning of my business venture
Okay.
to like maybe 5 years later
Okay.
or 10 years.
And what does that
later.
look like for you? What would the story be in 5 years? Or are you waiting for it to actually unfold for you to write about it?
Yeah.
Okay, where would you like it to be then? Let's write a fantasy book 5-10 years from now, here we are. You're 5 to 10 years old. We're sitting here. I'm old and decrepit interviewing you. And you're telling me about like, where would you want to see all that be in 10 years? Like TED Talks, or do you want to be like the next
Probably
big motivator? How many
TED Talks,
Mhm.
couple clothing brands here and there.
Clothing? Okay. So
Yeah.
expanding into merchandise.
I'm really big into like graphic designs
Okay.
and streetwear, stuff like that.
Do you design your own?
Yes.
You do. Very cool. I'd love to see some of that sometime. I'd love to see some of the art and
So
hear that.
I know that Rico's transitioning away from popcorn. So I would like to see a book about that transition period, you know, growing up and moving on to something else where it's still business, but you're doing something a little bit different. I think that would be helpful to some kids.
Yeah, I think, it's showing how the minds grow and the goals change and tastes change. But the nice thing about popcorn, people want popcorn all the time.
Exactly.
You know, I would think maybe at some point, maybe with the change of packaging, I don't know if I'd give totally up on the popcorn idea. You know, when you consider you go into these stores that, any basic store, heck, even vending machines have popcorn bags in them. I mean, have that kind of flow on. You know, when you're rich and famous, just delegate that to somebody to do. Just run the popcorn business for you, right? That's what you do with it. How about doing an audio version of your books?
We have talked to a couple of people
Okay.
about like them creating an audio book for Rico Rocks and Problem Solving.
Mm-hmm.
I think like maybe last month, right? Last month we did an event where there were a couple people. So there was somebody who showed us like his clothing brand just to give me an idea if I wanted to start one. And then there was somebody who like professionally does audiobooks and voice acting for audiobooks. So we met her, which was great.
As I do that too. Just, you know.
Very nice.
That's great.
So, you
Mind
know,
helping us out?
we'll talk. I'll have my people call your people.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm
No,
the
absolutely. What's that?
I said, I'm the people.
All right, no. I'll have my wife call you. We'll just figure it all out over coffee.
Wonderful.
No big deal. By the way, Jennifer McCord is out in Hawaii. Thank you for watching. Jennifer, who is a fan of the show, she's a kindergarten teacher out in Hawaii, not where the fires were. She's on she's another one of the islands, but she might be somebody that can also facilitate some Hawaii exposure for the book.
That'd be amazing.
So Rico's Rock and Pop. Jeez Louise, the brain's not working. .com. Check it out because there's a lot of good stuff on there. You have links to the book on there?
Yes.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
We do.
See, you just learned something today. You got links to the book on your website. Do you have links to popcorn on the Amazon site?
No.
That's being stupid. That's all I am. Being silly. All right. So Jennifer, maybe I should put you in touch with these guys. So maybe you can help out because they want to distribute. This would be a good book for you to look into. It's Amazon. Rico rocks at problem solving for sure. All right. Now, one thing I didn't warn you about was as I go through my guest interviews, I tend to ask some silly, crazy, off the wall questions. Nothing embarrassing. No, they're just what I do is I ask these questions. I'd like my viewers to learn more about my guests other than just the business side of what they do.
Absolutely.
So, because if you like something and somebody's out there saying, Rico likes that and I like that, we made a little extra connection. That's kind of like what I do. So, for instance, let me give you an example. Who's your favorite actor that you absolutely love watching on TV or movies or whatever?
Currently, Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy? That goes back to my day when he was doing stuff. What do you like about it? What's your favorite Eddie Murphy movie?
Coming to America, probably.
First one or the second one?
Number one.
Have you watched number two?
Yes.
What'd you think about that one versus number one?
It wasn't as funny as the first one,
Mm-hmm.
but it was still a good movie.
It was. I agree with you. I think Eddie Murphy did a good job, but certainly number one's almost a classic. At this point,
Absolutely.
right? Who's your favorite actress? What female star do you like to see and watch?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
Yeah, she always plays her roles perfectly.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Did you like her in Suicide Squad?
I haven't.
That is Margot
I haven't
Robbie, isn't
watched
it? In
every
Suicide
single
Squad? Okay.
one.
I got worried for a second that I was talking about the wrong actress. What movie do you like of hers? What you say she plays her role seriously and she's always
Yeah.
on point. What movie or thing that you've seen her in that you like her the most?
The favorite one that I've seen is, I think, probably Suicide Squad 2.
Oh, Suicide 2. Okay.
Yeah.
She does play that role pretty good. You know, there was
Absolutely.
a female wrestler, Alexa Bliss. Do you remember her since you followed wrestling a couple of years ago? Blonde-haired gal.
Oh.
And she started wearing, with her blonde hair, she started putting pink in the bottom
Yeah,
of her
like pink and
ponytails.
blue. Yeah.
That's who she patterned it after, was Suicide Squad. Was Robbie's character.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, see, stupid brain and stupid stuff in this brain. I'm a great Trivial Pursuit partner. You know what I'm saying? So you got that. So what is your favorite movie of all time that, when it comes on, hang on, I got to finish it. You grab a lot of your Rico's popcorn. You grab your favorite beverage.
Absolutely.
You turn off your phone because you don't want to be bothered. Maybe you'll let mom join you or any brothers or sisters that you may have, but you don't want to be disturbed. For what movie is that?
One movie that I could watch.
Like when it comes on, you're like, Mom, don't talk to me about books and popcorn. I'm just watching this movie. Leave me alone for a couple hours.
That is a
Well, obviously Suicide Squad 2 and Coming to America, but
yes.
aside from those, is there another one like right there for you?
I don't think I have anything like top.
Okay.
I think The Wiz.
Oh, The Wiz.
Love that.
Really? The movie?
Yeah, we would
With
watch
Michael
that.
Jackson and Diana Ross?
Yep.
That,
Like every day for
That was
a
a
month,
classic.
we would watch The Wiz.
it's so interesting you bring that up. And here's why. My youngest, I have twin daughters, about 2 minutes apart. But I got to say, my youngest daughter, she's an audio engineer on Broadway. Okay. She went to school, Las Vegas Academy, University of North Carolina School of the Arts. She's the person, when you go to a show, you see at the soundboard on the floor, that's her. So she's been traveling back and forth to Baltimore because the producers of a new show down there called The Wiz. She's been traveling back and forth to Baltimore to help them with their sound. So it's so interesting that you mentioned The Wiz, and that's what she's doing right now.
Like that's amazing.
Right? My goodness. So yeah. So The Wiz at that time, what was that? Late 70s, early 80s kind of thing?
Pretty sure it was the early 80s.
Early, right? Remember, I'm old, so I can't tell time anymore. You know, so I kind of lose that. No, but that for that kind of movie at that time to take the original movie and turn it into a more updated, what's the word I'm looking for? Current story with what they did with Michael Jackson, and the characters are the same, was great. And then converting it to a Broadway show, woo. So that is a classic. I would definitely agree to that. What's your favorite music genre of all time? What music do you love to listen to?
Soul.
Favorite song in soul that you like, so that when it comes on, you start bebopping and singing to it, regardless of how bad you may sound. It came out faster than I could stop myself, John. That you're what's the word I should use then? That you're singing to, that you're just getting into? Grooving. What are we in the 70s? Oh, they're grooving. Shut up.
60s,
See what I got to put up with. It's not easy here, Rico. It's okay. You can laugh at him. It's totally fine. I do all the time.
Yeah, I just cut your mic off.
I know. No, but seriously, when you hear this song, you drop everything. You don't care how bad you sound. How it doesn't matter. What song is that you're rocking out to?
Candy Rain.
What is it?
Candy Rain by Soul For Real.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what that is. Before my time. No, seriously. So is
If
that?
it ain't the Batman theme, you don't know it.
That's very true. That's very true, right? You can see why, folks. Right, Batman. You know what I'm saying? How old? Like, who's the artist again?
Soul For Real.
Young person. How old is that? Is it a group?
Yeah.
Okay. Are
That
they
was
young?
from the 90s.
Don't say that.
Not anymore.
Don't
Not
say
really.
that. 90s. I don't know where I was then in the 90s that I missed it. Can you hum a few bars for it? Maybe I would recognize it.
Let's see here.
Just remember, no matter how bad you're sounding, you're going to still do it. I'm just kidding. I take you off. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do it.
It's all good.
No. Favorite place you'd like to go on vacation someday? With the family?
Tokyo.
Tokyo. Why Tokyo?
It just seems like a very colorful place with new designs and something I would really like to see sooner or later.
Okay. Very cool. I like that. My daughter traveled the Asia, Japan, China, and all. She loved Tokyo. She loved that. That's a good spot. A lot of people there though. The Asian countries have a lot of people.
That might be a single problem.
No, but you know what though? But it's part of the community there. So if you're going to go, you might as. I mean, how often are you going to go to Tokyo, right?
Fair point.
It's not like you're going to the Strip to see a million people, right? So going to Tokyo, hey, you just deal with it. Hey, we're going to step aside for our last break of the show. We're coming around the clubhouse turn. I have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Rico Cruse, right here, the author of Rico Rocks of Problem Solving, now available on Amazon. Rico, what is it? Rico's Rock? Do you have an S in there that shouldn't be in there?
Rico's Rock in pop.
Okay.
That's it.
I just like giving John a hard time. We'll be right
Yeah,
back.
I'll give you a hard time.
Hi, I'm George Miklos.
Hi, I'm Rick Upchurch.
Hi, I'm Aaron Phillips, and we are
The
Round Table.
Check us out.
Thursdays at 4 p.m. Pacific Time Live.
on Facebook page as well as WWDBTV.
How unique. It's gorgeous. You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery. I've got to have it.
So colorful.
I can't live without it. You'll find the art that speaks to your heart at Desert Valley Gallery.
Welcome back.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, John's supposed to remind me of something, but I remember from the first time. Go up there,
I knew
mention.
you would.
Go back.
I was counting on you.
That's good. Aaron Zauer, mention that. Mention my name, Aaron Phillips. Mention WWDB-TV. Whatever. Go up there. Ask for Ed or Richard or Monique. Tell them you're there to take advantage of the 20% discount that they will give you for your up to minimum $1,000 purchase, which is great because you're coming upon holiday season, which means you're going to need a lot of gifts anyway. Even if you want to go up there, pick up something. If it's not $1,000, just go in there and say hello. Tell them you heard about them from here, Aaron Phillips, right here, there, and everywhere. All right. We have Rico Cruse here, great young man that, you know, when you think about all the garbage that's in the world today and all the fighting and stuff that you just can't shake your head, wrap around. When I have an opportunity to sit with a young man like this, who's done more in a lifetime than most people wish that they have at his young age of 12, between you and Justin and my friend, there's hope for us. What is it? I mean, listen, for a kid, when I was your age at 12, you know what my biggest worry was? Making sure I don't miss Bugs Bunny on a Saturday. Okay, so let me put that in perspective. But for a guy who's 12, we'll get into the young biz stuff here in a second. What does it mean to you for someone your age to be able to make an impact in, even if one student picks this up and it makes a difference for them? Would you feel accomplished even if it was just one person picked it up and it helped them?
Absolutely. This entire business adventure has made me feel really proud of myself.
See, and for me as someone who's been through enough rodeos in a lifetime that to care to shake a stick at, it warms my heart to see a young individual like you. And I want to say this, and I mean this with no disrespect. You talked about how the book was designed, young African American male doing this. So I'm going to tell you, to me, skin color means nothing. To me, everybody's the same. I respect you, black, green, purple, Jewish, whatever. You are a young individual that's walking this face of the earth that's making a doggone difference in this world. And I'm getting goosebumps. You can see them coming up as I'm saying this, right? You are a young individual that if we can bottle you up and spread you around the world, that's what's important, because this world needs more people like you.
Thank you.
More people like Justin, more people. But you right here, you're changing people's lives in a way that I have to tip my hat to you and tell you how much respect I have for you for putting your story out there. Seriously. I mean, you know, I'm sitting here, you can see, I don't know if you can see this, but his eyes are welling up a little bit. And that's how humble he is, okay? But for you to go out on the limb, you shared something very personal in your life. It's an allergy, all right? It's not a big major medical thing like, God forbid, a heart issue or whatever. An allergy is tough to get around, okay? There's probably a lot of foods you wish you could try, but you can't, right? Okay, what kind of allergies do you have? Give me one food or two food that you would love to eat that you can't because of an allergy.
You can't understand how long I've been waiting to eat ice cream.
Are you lactose intolerant?
I'm not lactose intolerant, but I do have a dairy allergy.
You do have a dairy allergy.
Yeah.
Ice cream. Now, is that can you do frozen yogurt, or is it all that frozen milk product?
It's cow's milk.
Cow's milk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so many people out there take eating ice cream for granted. And here's a young man who's 12, who's never experienced the thrill of having a cold ice cream on a hot day, melting down off the cone when it's 150,000 degrees here in Las Vegas. But for you to go out on a limb and share that kind of stuff, that's a special person, my friend. I got to tell you. Okay. And I want to support you any way that I can to continue getting your message out there. I'm behind you. I hope you realize that. I fell in love with you at the rock, paper, scissors and your energy and all that you offered and doing that. So I have a lot of respect for you as a human being on this earth to share your story and have the goals and dreams that you have. And you know what? You're going to do anything you set your mind to because you're you and because of a mom over there who's supportive. And I'm sure the rest of your family is supportive of everything. Do you have brothers and sisters?
No.
So you're a single child in the household?
Yes.
Mom will support you to the end of the earth, my friend. And you're very lucky. All right, let's get to it. Let's talk about Young Biz Kids. We talked about that. We teased it earlier. Talk about what that organization is.
So Young Biz Kid is I think, countrywide organization. We haven't really spanned it out around the world, but it's a countrywide organization where kids from different states show off their businesses at an event called Young Biz Kid Day. I think that sums it up. We have different ambassadors for each state. We got St. Louis. I'm pretty sure we got New Jersey in there.
New Jersey, baby. Say it right. It's just Jersey.
Gotcha.
We've dropped the word new. We do. I'm from Jersey. I'm not from New Jersey. Because you know it's the only state in the union that has new in it. If you drop the word new, everybody still knows where you're from.
Fair
Think
point.
about that, right? New York. I'm from York. York, Pennsylvania, because York is a city in Pennsylvania, right? New Mexico. That can get very confusing if you drop the word new. Dakota, north or south. New Hampshire. Hampshire? No. See, stupid stuff in my brain. Anyway.
Orleans.
Huh? Oh, Orleans.
I'm from Orleans.
I'm from Orleans. Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt, but you said Jersey, man. That's like Pavlov's dog to me. When I heard that, I just go off. Anyway, go ahead.
So,
Are you an ambassador for them here?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm the Nevada State ambassador.
Gotcha. And you interview others?
Mhm.
As well as you've been interviewed about your book, you said before it went on the air, right?
Yeah.
So what experience is that teaching you? What experience from that are you taking away with to help you with your ventures?
I've gotten to meet a bunch of new people who have given me information on how to either better my business
Okay.
or just information about themselves. So when we meet in person, I can have like a real connection with them
Right on.
about
Right on.
specific things. Yeah.
Gotcha. And you've been part of that for how long?
About 3 years now.
3 years?
Yeah, 3-4
And
years.
how did you find the organization? Or did they find you to be involved?
They found us.
Oh, they found you guys. Okay. Well, listen, when people seek you out to do something, that's pretty cool, right? You don't have to go,
No.
right? It kind of makes you feel good, right?
Absolutely.
Call me. I want that same feeling, folks. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I love the fact that you're able to do. What school do you go to?
Thurman White.
So, what's your favorite subject?
Currently,
Don't say
music
PE or
production.
lunch. Okay, good. Music production. Most of the times I ask that question, PE or lunch, but music production, really? Is that something in the future you want to do too? Get into
Yeah.
music? Do you play any instruments right now? Or are you just kind of like behind the scenes mixing and all that stuff?
I play drums and then I also do a little bit of piano.
Okay. Very cool. What kind of genre? Are you going to stay in the soul genre of music producing?
Not at all.
Not at what you're just going to produce anything that comes across your
kind
desk.
of go everywhere.
Good for you. Good for you. So that's your favorite. That's very cool. I like that. But your workload is out of. What time do you start school? Is this a fall in line with?
7:15.
What time?
School opens at 6:40 and I'm usually there by like 6:50. But school starts at 7:15.
Gotcha. Okay. Gotcha. But that falls in line with what I was talking about earlier about how CCSD is trying to get everybody on the same time zones. You probably wouldn't mind a little later start, would you?
Not at all.
I want the later start.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
it's me.
Right. That's
Yes,
right.
I
Well,
want the later start.
See, there are going to be a lot of parents. You're going to have 50-50 on that. You can accommodate that change, but there are a lot of families that, because of daycare or jobs or overnight work or whatever, that that's a solution that's not going to solve everybody's problem. That's the sad part. But overall, you like school?
Yeah, it's fun.
When you graduate high school, where do you looking at college? I'm presuming.
Ooh, I'm thinking of going to ASU. But I've really thought about Duke for a while,
Okay.
mostly for the basketball program.
Okay, even though Krzyzewski's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to spell Krzyzewski because I could never get Coach K. That's all that matters. You can play sports when you go there. You think?
Probably.
Yeah, basketball.
Yeah.
All right, very cool. Do you play hoops now at all for middle school or anything?
I'm thinking of joining the team next year.
Okay.
Currently, we haven't found a basketball coach, so we're
Oh, your school hasn't found doesn't have a coach.
not yet.
Gotcha. Did they have one for a while and they just haven't replaced someone?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Very cool. Gotcha. Well, hopefully for you that, if I knew more about basketball and if I could jump, I would come in and do it. I'm an old guy. I can't jump anymore. All right. Couple of silly questions. And then guess what? We're almost done. You've done good. You ready for a couple of silly questions?
Absolutely.
All right. What's your favorite meal, top to bottom? Like, what's your favorite appetizer? What kind of your main meal and a dessert?
Chicken sandwich, fries, Sprite, and an apple pie.
I think Popeyes has that right down the road.
That's his favorite restaurant.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I was thinking about stopping there today too. All right. Well, that's cool, but a lot of protein in the chicken, though. Do you like it fried or grilled? Fried. You gotta have it fried, right? It's bad for you, but you gotta have it fried.
Grilled just doesn't work for me, man.
Love it. Sprite though has a lot of caffeine in it, even though a lot of sugar too. But you're a young guy. You'd probably burn through sugar like nothing. He's had 12 donuts before he went on the air, and you'd never know it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, so that's your favorite meal. Cool. I got to ask this question, and I'll give you a hint if need be. Who's your favorite superhero, Superman or Batman? If you want to come back on the show ever again, you better give me the right answer.
Currently, between the two, I'm choosing Batman because I think Superman's just like a little bit overrated.
I love it. I don't care. I don't care the reason why I said Batman. That's all I care about. That's right. All right. If we roll forward 10 years from now and a movie was made about you and your life, about the book and everything, who would you like to see stars Rico in that movie about your life?
I have
Eddie Murphy?
currently I don't know
Who would you like
be
to
a
see
good
star? Let me
play
turn
for
to
me.
Mom on this one. Who would you like to see star as him in the future in a movie?
I'm gonna say Shamar Moore. That'll be like the grown-up Rico. Yeah.
That's a good one. You know who she's talking about? No. Criminal Minds. He was the agent, SWAT. He was the head police officer. Did you watch SWAT at all?
No.
You got to show him a picture later. All right. But I can see that. That's a good one. I like that one. All right. Here's probably the tough one because this is so far down the line for you. But I like asking this question. Pretend you're John's age, which is about 120 back there. Okay.
118.
All right. I'm rounding off. What can I tell you?
Okay.
All right. When the day comes, which is going to be so far down the line, your guardian angel is to greet you at the pearly gates. Okay? When it's time for you to walk into that great restaurant, what kind of message would you want to hear about your life? This is why I get paid the big bucks.
It's a
Yes,
tough
these kind of, I
question.
know it is, because you're too young. Mom, what would you like to see that his guardian angel say one day about the life he's lived or living?
I would like to hear that he made every place that he went to better.
Touched a life everywhere and made it better. I like that. That's a good message. Absolutely. All right. Hey, here's some good news for you, dude. Show's over. You survived. He was like, I don't know if I can do this, Mom. I need you up here, but you did very well.
Thank you.
I want to wish you all the best, and I mean that sincerely. From the bottom of my heart, whatever I can do as time travels for you forward, just keep me in the loop. I'll do whatever I can to help you. The book is titled, what is it titled? I know this. Rico Rocks at Problem Solving. I like giving a hard time. There it is. The author's right here. Mr. Rico Cruse, available on Amazon for $9,943 a book because we got to send him to college. So just buy one and he gets at least one semester. Anyway, check it out. It's like $15, you said, Mom? Work with me, Mom. I'm trying to get you more money here. No, just kidding. $12 on Amazon. But if you work in a school district or have connections that can help Rico out and get this book in the hands of other young students, send us. What email do you guys like to use? Or is it better just go to the website and send a message?
You can go to the website where you can send a message to hello@ricosrockandpop.com.
And
But
are you
all
on?
of that is on the website as well.
Okay. And how about Facebook?
At Rico's Rock and Pop. Same thing, Instagram, all of them at Rico's Rock and Pop.
There you go. Check it out. If Chief was here, he would say because the Chief said so. All right. Very good, man. Good stuff. You good?
Thank you.
Anything else we forgot? Did we mention everything you want to? Are you single? Do you have a girlfriend? You know, there's a lot of people out there want to know if you got a girlfriend.
No.
On that note, I'll take them off the hook on that one.
What?
Mom's over. Put the camera on Mom real quickly. She's over there busting up there. She didn't. It's like, do we have a girlfriend or not?
I don't know.
Oh, she's pleading the fifth. She's protecting you. All right, I'm going to end it right here so I don't get into trouble causing a rift in the family. Hey, everybody, thank you for watching Aaron's Hour. I know I have a guest next week, but as always, I don't have a clue who it is, so you're going to have to just watch me on my social media platform on Facebook to see who I announce. I do know who it is, but I like keeping you in suspense. All right, with that, thank you for watching, everybody. As always, and I know this guy's doing it, be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. See you next time right here on Aaron's Hour. Thank you for watching.